Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Give to the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Bunch formation for these receivers. Handoff to the single back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Wilson. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Back to throw, it's Lagway. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. My goodness, he unloads on that one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Using his legs, it's Lacey. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught over the middle, it's Lee. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Gets the back moving. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Catch in the middle, it's ball. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Really good defense. You're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end could be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Escapes the sack. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. And now on second down for this offense. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Dropping back, it's Flagway. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3. Going over the top. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll run play action. The sure hands, it's Stribling. Gets away from one, finds some space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands, and I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Out of the gun to give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line, it's Haas. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Rides the back and leaves it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch. It's Stribling. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Kick is in the air. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Land Sharks circling. Getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Got it set up on the outside. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. 4th down is coming. Come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. The Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Rebels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll do it himself. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
Punt is on its way. On his way back from the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the running back. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Mr. Two Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. To the ground. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
To the air. It's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. To the air, it's Lagway. Here's a heat. He's got it on the run. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They marched 72 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He'll keep it himself. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Yeah, and half of the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's ball. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
After getting that fumble, if you're on offense here, you've got to be thinking touchdown, right? So after that run play, this is a big third down opportunity to either stay on the field or score a TD. You wouldn't feel very good if you only walk away here with a field goal.
Go straight ahead. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Sneaks it in.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up, turning it on! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is that Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoff.
Yeah, it was incredible, but it was a great year. You saw the line of scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offense and defensive lines, that was the strength of their team. It allowed them to thrive, to win more games, to be more dominant. Palmer reloading a lot of guys in those new spots.
Including a quarterback. No more Jackson Dart. Obviously, he was a huge part of their success. Last several years, really, we always expect Lane Kiffin to find a good one. But this year, that position's got to play well.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Haas. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Snagged in the middle, it's Wallace. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll go to the counter. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's dribbling. Stopped just inside the 30 and the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Using his legs, it's Lacey. Sweet cut there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, you know, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The inside handoff. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
The Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
looking for a man. It's Lagway. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Keeps the play going. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle with Hansen. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the ground, it's Lacey. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trying to set the tone with the run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Almighty, this crowd is ready to throw. It's Lagway. Got his man quickly. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Fighting off the defender. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
On the ground, it's ball. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem, big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed over the middle, it's Wallace. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
The Rebels will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Caught in the backfield. It's Sturdivant. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the back. Gets it past the marker. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Caught over the middle. It's Ball. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Defenders everywhere as he is stopped for a loss of 5.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. He slides that just inside the right upright, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Pulls it in. It's Haas. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll give it to the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle. And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on third down. I like when you slip them in there to try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Got it behind the line. It's Haas. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Haas. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Buys a little extra time. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Quick spin on the ride. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you get...
Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
PAT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll go to the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
Looking to throw, it's Flagway. He's got his man across the middle. There he goes. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll pitch it. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Pollard could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got a man, it's Diggs. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football.
Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Off play action on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Livingston. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the tailback. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It is good! And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Off play action. With the catch, it's dribbling. Oh, he got loose. Oh, he broke out another move. Open field on the right. He's there to make the the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
And the Rebels will try to put one on the board on first and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Going to swing it on second down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Wallace. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on fourth down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter fourth down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
What a backbreaker for this defense. You do such a good job backing them up, making it fourth and goal, making it a long situation, and the offense comes through with the touchdown pass. That's just heartbreaking for this defense.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. He's looking to throw. They'll get the 2-point conversion, and now the lead is 14. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's flag wave. Extending the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Diggs.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Diggs. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
To the air on first down. The short hand, it's Haas. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Seconds left on the clock, and their last gasp will come down to getting this onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all time.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on